Hey guys, Dr. Matt, Dr. Zach, the Vertebros are back. All right, well, we're going to talk about a common question that we get, but an important one to make sure we understand is how is chiropractic frequency determined? And why would we have someone at a higher frequency? Why or when should we be reducing them in their frequency? And what does that look like for long-term health and long-term spinal health? Dr. Zach, what do you got to say about that?
Yeah, absolutely. So basically, we don't really know a whole lot of information till we have a lot of information, right? That's why on your initial visit we do a lot of the history collection first and foremost, do nerve and muscle scans as well as X-rays too. That gives us the most information, so we make sure we have all our bases covered and know how big the problem really is. Mm-hmm. Now, of course, if we find out just where you are on the paradigm of health, right? If you have a little problems, or are you really, really messed up, right? Kind of depending where you are, that will determine your initial frequency. If someone is really messed up, right, they're going to need more treatment in the beginning. If there's not as much damage or not as much going on, maybe they need a little bit less treatment. So that's like an initial frequency of how we would determine that, essentially.
Yeah, right. So we know that obviously a person that has more damage, more trauma, that they're going to need more care on the front end. I like to think about it as if like the person comes in and are they a big mountain or a little mountain? Well, a little mountain, doesn't take quite as much work to get a person back on track. But if someone has a lot going on, they need to be seen at a higher frequency for a longer period of time. That's basic common sense. But it goes back to like, why is chiropractic consistent? Why do we need to see someone more frequently? Well, a lot of that has to do with the fact that your body, as it gets used to whatever position it's in. So that needs repetition to actually retrain those muscles and joints and ligaments to allow for your body to hold a new position, allowing for the spine to move the way it's supposed to.
Yeah, and then one of the things that happens too, once we get into care, right, and we do these things that we call a graduation down to lower frequency. So we'll start at a higher frequency, and then we'll gradually tear it down. Right? We don't just want to just stop cold turkey, right, and just say, yeah, let's see how it goes from there, right? So really what we know is that people heal at different rates as well. I wish everyone could just be a super fast healer, right? You're going to be better with just a couple of adjustments, but reality is that, we live our lives, right, and some people do heal a little bit slower too. So that can determine exactly when we would need to drop your graduation in frequency as well. And those are conversations that we have with you along the care too with Dr. Matt and myself as we're treating each patient.
One analogy that's similar but not exact is exercise. Right in the very beginning, it's difficult to start exercising, but it takes a lot of repetition to get the results you want with an exercise. But once you actually are exercising regularly, exercise isn't that difficult. And sometimes you can actually exercise less and still maintain your level of what you've achieved. Same thing happens within chiropractic. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We're going to keep on hitting some topics for you.